This sample is the slotted seam, and a slotted seam is very decorative. It's nice to use a contrasting fabric underneath, and it can be sewn on nearly any project from clothing to home decor. So to get started with that, you will need three 3x7 pieces, and switch out one of your 3 pieces with your neighbor so you have a contrasting piece that's going to peek out once our sample is stitched. So to get started, you'll take the 2 that match each other and put them right sides together. You're going to do a 5/8 seam, but there is no back stitching, and you will lengthen your stitch length to 3.5. That's really important because this is eventually going to get unpicked. Then you're going to get your seam ripper, and about every 5 to 10 stitches, you're going to pop one of those stitches. That will make it easier to unpick it at the end. Once that's finished, then you need to press your seam open. Actually, you could press it even before you cut those stitches. Once it's pressed open, take your contrasting piece, put it right side to wrong side of seam. Center that and put a couple of pins through it to hold it in place. You'll be stitching on the right side, so now flip it to the other side and transfer your pins. This will look similar to the double top stitch sample that you did. We will bring the right edge of the presser foot lined up with the seam. We'll back stitch, and then stitch all the way down. And back stitch again. And then we're going to stitch on the opposite side of the seam, but we want to go in the same direction. Line the left edge of your presser foot with your seam and back stitch. Stitch all the way down. Try to be as accurate as you can. And back stitch. Then cut all your thread tails. Cut these up here. And we'll start unpicking the seam in the middle. And since we have popped some of those stitches, it should break apart easily. If needs be, you can get your seam ripper to pop some of your stitches. When it's all unpicked, clean up all of your threads, and you have a slotted seam.